I just came back from the flea market and I got some mysterious bags full of random toys. It was towards the end, so people were trying to kind of cut some deals, I think, before they went home for the day. So let's find out if I got anything good. I think I paid like $3 each for these big bags. There's another one, kind of big. I think those were about $3 each. Yeah, or you know what? Maybe even $2 each. No, I think it was roughly $3 each from different places. And I got a Michelangelo that was just in there, kind of loose. I don't even know how much they charged me for this. I think it was kind of just included with all these bags of stuff that I bought. So let's see what I've got and if it's any good. I guess we'll put Michelangelo up here. A wacky action Michelangelo. I already have quite a few of those right now, but I always accept a free Ninja Turtle. So let's see what we've got in some of these bags. Some of these I probably won't know and I'll have to kind of look them up. All right, we've got some kind of a yo-yo string or something. Oh, it goes with this. So here's a Felix the Cat toy. And I'm not sure what year. I don't think it's super old. Looks fairly new. But he's got like a fish on a ball. So maybe it would, I think it's one of those like cup kind of games where you have to catch it like that, upside down. So it's kind of interesting, I guess. Is there a magnet or anything? No. So there's Felix. There's, what's it, Earl Sinclair, right, from Dinosaurs. What's that McDonald's one? Does it still work? Let's see. Yep. They're always bulky with this thing that's stuck out of them. Speaking of which, there's Baby Sinclair. I had a couple of these. I don't know if I had Baby or not. A lot of McDonald's toys, it looks like, are going to be in here. Here's one of those changeable apples. You can change it with from an apple with legs and arms to just an apple with a face for some reason. Here's that bat from what's that movie? What it like clips together, it looks like too. The not Disney movie that was competing with them about the Russian princess. Somebody knows. I think that's what this is. Another McDonald's toy. It's a teeny beanie baby of Pinky the Flamingo. Great. You could probably build a couch out of those things, all the ones you find. There's a Goofy movie thing. Kind of goes, there it goes. And here's a little standee from Space Jam, Tasmanian Devil. Here's the little guy from the, I think, McDonald's toy of the Hercules toys. Here's, what is that, the prince from Snow White or something? Little Bobby's World, McDonald's kind of thing. There's Tigger, kind of McDonald's toy. Another Bobby, in different form. There's Scooby-Doo. So nothing really up my alley so far. Here's a ring that's got a frog with a heart. It says Russ on it. I don't know, some kind of like little girl play jewelry. There's Fozzie from those old Muppet Baby toys. Here's one of the changeables. It's the dinosaur one. Those are always kind of cool. I think I already had it though. It's like somebody drank the paint off the top too. Kind of weird. Here's that dog from Oliver and Company. Here's like a little dog character from, what is that, like Playmobil? I think it was Lego. There's a very goopy painted truck. That's garbage. Here's one of the raisins playing the trumpet. California Raisins. I used to have this. The Donald Duck went on like a little track that you get from McDonald's too. There's Kermit. It goes with the Fozzie. That one goes on a tricycle though, which I think is different than the one I had where he goes on a skateboard. And there's Chicken McNuggets. It's the old dinosaur one again. It's a little bit rough shape. that's one of the bags. Let's see what is gonna be in this other bag here. Make sure I'm still on. It's kind of hard to see some of these guys at the top, I guess, but another Goofy movie thing. This one was Burger King, though. So I don't know. I guess that was Goof Troop, and then that was Goofy movie, maybe. All right, we've got a really sticky Snoopy. This is, I don't know if this came, this has got to be, it's like the farmer kind of one. So this has got to be like the under 3 toy for those, for those Snoopy and Peanuts gang McDonald's toys that they had, where they had like wheelbarrows and different stuff. And this one's like a farmer looking Snoopy with a bag of potatoes, so that's got to be from that set, I imagine. Now let's see what else we've got. Here's what is that, foghorn leghorn, and the chicken hawk. That's like one of the PVC kind of ones, 1988 it looks like. So we've got some kind of retro type of stuff in here. Speaking of the PVC kind of things, I think this is one of those bendable ones, Scrooge McDuck. Probably from around the DuckTales time, I would guess. It's hard to tell, it doesn't have a year on it. But that's my bet. And this is definitely one of those other Snoopy things. Just like a little side piece that goes with it. And there's another one. So I guess to complete those, you have to put them together. Here's Donald Duck on a little train. I don't know if this was probably different than these other train kind of things. Ah, there we go. That's that Snoopy I was thinking of. It goes with that. So I'm guessing that soft one, it's kind of sticky, is under 3 toy, and then there's the other ones for the rest. Hey, look, it's the exact same thing. I think we're gonna get a lot of duplicates like that. Man, what's up with all the duplicates? Here's a Mickey Mouse Arco. It almost looks like, you know, play school, kind of like Little People sort of a thing. So I don't know what that's from exactly. But hey, look, another Kermit the Frog from the Muppet Babies. There's a Mickey Mouse, little pullback car kind of thing. I'll have to figure out what set some of these are from. That's what we got them. Here's Linus, I suppose, who goes with all those farm implement kind of things. And here's Gonzo. He went on some kind of tricycle too. So there's another one of those Muppet Baby things. There's a Donald Duck missing his hand. I don't know what that's all about. There's Fozzie Bear, and this is like one that rode in something that looks like from 1990. So I think they had a couple different sets of those. They had like an earlier one when I was a kid maybe, and then like one later. A lot of gross, dirty kind of stuff in here too. All right, here's one of these McDonald's Barbie kind of things, I think. They're junk to me. Some girls probably liked them when they were growing up. Speaking of what girls liked, one of these troll kind of things. 1991 Applause. Who knows what this originally came with? Looks kind of dirty. Imagine I'm going to be cleaning a lot of gunk off of some of these things. Alright, let's see what else we got. Another little car. This one's Minnie Mouse. I don't know if I'm getting off the camera too much on the bottom. Here's Baloo from Tailspin. So somebody was collecting a lot of these. Here's another. There's Goofy in the little car. Little pullback car. Here's this Pluto, like a French Pluto, I think. It's about like going around the world or something, I think. That was from McDonald's too, as I recall. Looks like I have plenty of room to show you stuff at the bottom. There's another Baloo. I don't know if that came in like a cereal box or what. It's kind of metal though. There's a little like hopping Donald Duck. Just says Walt Disney Productions and Tomy. So I don't know how old that is. I mean, it looks like it could be a little older. Oh, he walks. He doesn't hop, I guess. Barely walks. All right. Gummy Bears, I think it was called. That came in a cereal box. I had a few of those. They're very flat figures. Probably cheaper to make and transport. Here's the Muppet Babies from that one train that they did at McDonald's. It was like a Christmas kind of train. Ugh, so much junk in with these toys. Okay. Speaking of those flat kind of cereal box toys, this is that kid from Tailspin riding this little boomerang thing. Flat as a board too. There's another Fozzie. So somebody went to McDonald's a lot, I guess, during this time period. Just got loaded up on those. Here's a tiny baby bottle. Probably some Barbie kind of thing, I don't know. Or maybe one with this little weird troll. Here's Daffy Duck from the McDonald's toys where they turned into superheroes, I believe. So I think that's supposed to be the one where he turns into Batman. I guess I'll put him up here by Foghorn and Leghorn. Alright, and now we're gonna have a lot of the same. We're gonna have tons of these. What was it, 1988? I remember getting these when I was a kid, really little kid. I don't think I was like eating the food from the Happy Meals yet. But somehow I ended up with a bunch of these. And now I've got a bunch more. This had to be like one of the most mass-produced toys in Happy Meal history, these Garfield ones. I mean, Garfield was popular, I guess, when that show came out, but look at that. That's crazy. And then we're gonna have the Garfields to go with them. So I guess I'll really have my pick of Garfield toys out of this. Here's one that I think maybe, I don't know if that's earlier or what. That is from like, I think a different series. This one seems a little different too. I think that went with maybe a skateboard of some kind. This one went with like a little Jeep, I think. This one went with like a scooter. So one of those Jeep kind of ones. Here's the skateboard one I was thinking about. Why are they almost the same? That's really weird. They're like totally different molds, but they're like the same designs. Strange. All right, and then the rest of this is definitely stuff I had, or I at least had a couple of these when I was a kid. And for some reason I always wanted to complete the set. I don't know why. I guess they just got to me, those commercials maybe. It made me want to complete them all. So here's Gadget, the under 3 toy from those Rescue Rangers Happy Meals. And most of these I have. I don't know if the parts are mixed up or not on these. But that was the first one I had. I had this forever, like as a kid. I think it was missing these back wheels, so it just had to like drag along on its front wheels only. But then I started getting more of the parts somehow. Oh boy, this sounds like got parts stuck in it. So here's another one of Dale, and here's the little propeller that goes on one of them. I have to look up what exactly does what. This is the one I didn't have recently, the chip one. So it's good to see that in there. But then of course, now I've got 3 of them. So I don't think I had the under 3 and the chip. I don't know if I had it somewhere maybe. And there's one of those propellers. I don't know if I guess I definitely have that collection complete now. It seems like. All right, so we're on to our last bag. Here's a Boba Fett, one of those, it's like a game piece and then it like fires the rocket. Yeah, so it's good spring action. It's from 2005, I think. Over there. I don't know if we have much of that game. This bag is so packed, it's like hard to tell what's in it. Looks like a lot of girl stuff. Ugh, there's that pink flamingo again. Thanks a lot, Beanie Babies. There's, what's her name? Not Francine, right? Is it Francine? I don't know. From dinosaurs. Speaking of dinosaurs, here's that dinosaur and ice cream cone. These were kind of cool when I was a kid. What else do we have in here? Oh boy. This is one of those lots that has like a necklace tying everything up in the middle. A weird little Barbie. Don't know what that goes with. Kind of dirty. And then we got some of these. These things that are like hair clips and brushes for maybe My Little Pony or Barbie kind of stuff. boys. I guess that's a Bratz kind of a similar thing, except boys. Here's a little weird necklace. Just one of those random things you find in a bag sometimes. There's King Triton. Now, let's see, is this? It's an Applause PVC King Triton from Little Mermaid. So it's not the, I guess, McDonald's one? I don't know. I don't really remember what's all in that set. But there's King Triton, missing the top of that trident. I don't know if that was part of the McDonald's line or not. Pretty solid chunk of rubber. Hunchback of Notre Dame. I guess we Notre Dame, right? Notre Dame. Yeah, another kind of like modern. I put that with like the Hercules chunk. There's what is that? Talk or Happy? I don't know. Disney junk. I don't really like Disney stuff. Hey, there's Bobby. I had this one. Bobby's World. I have no idea what this guy is. He looks really boring. I don't know what the heck this thing is. It's kind of like flexible in a way. Strange little toy. There's a Porky Pig driving a tractor. I had this. I probably just cleaned that up the other day. Here's the Gill Man, I guess, or what do they call this? The creature from the Black Lagoon. That's the Burger King one, yep. It's got slightly movable legs for some weird reason. I don't know if he was supposed to squirt water, I think. Too bad they don't all glow in the dark, that'd be cool. I think some of them did, but maybe not all of them. Oh, I thought for a second that had like the same kind of watch band that what is this? The Wendy's, the little watch band thing with a car on top. Strange. I thought it was like a Barnyard Commando kind of thing for a minute, because I think Burger King did those. Oh boy, speaking of Burger King, I think, yeah, that's a Burger King. Ugh, it's got a Barbie clothes stuck to it. But there's a Gyarados from Burger King back when they had the Pokeballs. I'm not seeing Pokeballs in here, but there we got a Gyarados. And while we're at it, I guess, here's, what is that, Arcanine or Growlithe? No, it's Arcanine. And that's, I think, from that Burger King set too. Is that the same year? Yeah, 1999. So some of them were kind of cheaply made, I guess, but it was cool that they made so many. People loved those at the time. Hey, here's one of these. These Tomy Pokemon, which normally are pretty cool. This one's beat up pretty bad though, and he's missing his tail. Charmeleon, I guess it would be. Too bad he's so bunged up. Maybe I'll find his tail. I doubt it though. Here's another one of these dogs from that weird Playmobil type set. Hunchback of Notre Dame again. Notre Dame. Gross. This is filthy. It's an old Fisher Price toy of like a Weeble Wobble kind of thing. Wow. Here's the guy from what's it? Lingo from Burger King. So I ended up with some of these Burger King kind of guys. Hey, it still works. Guess you can plug that in on the window and he crawls up it. I don't know what to do with that. Here's another one of these boring little people. I don't know what these are from. They're little bendables. A random Jack. Fantastic. Some junk. There's some Fraggles. Definitely had some of these laying around. Those are another one that they just made tons of. Alright, we got the coin from Space Jam. Michael Jordan on there, and some of the Looney Tunes and bad guys. I think that came with the VHS tape, as I recall. I don't know if I had any of those, but Space Jam. Actually, I guess I put Taz a little bit separate from those guys. I should put them all together, especially with the coin from Space Jam. All right, here's this little guy. Not sure what he's from. Disney something. Yeah. So another one of these Disney PVC kind of thing. Speaking of which, here's Prince Eric. He's sticky and disgusting. And we got more of these brushes from, I don't know, Barbie, My Little Pony. There's Malaysia on it. And then here is, this one might be the robot version, right? Yep, that's the robot fries. That's cool. I don't think I had him yet. Kind of cool. There's another Jack. And what is this? Sippy Straw Cup and Creamer. It's like an all plastic Whirly Industries cow. Ugh. That'd be gross if there was like old creamer in there. I don't know what that's all about, but came in the bag, I guess. And then we got the penguin from that Batman Returns set that they had at McDonald's. Here's a random little lizard. It's pointless. Here's that Timon, I guess, from Lion King. Or Disney junk. Some kind of stickers. I don't know what those originally went with. And then the rest of this, ugh. It's pretty filthy. It's like Barbie junk, it looks like. I don't know what this little thing is. But yeah, Barbie and maybe My Little Pony kind of junk. Sorry, I don't know about these girl toys. I don't know if girl toys really exploded in like value and popularity, kind of like the boy nostalgic stuff did, like Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if it's really happened as much with girl stuff. Maybe a little with My Little Pony, and there's always Barbie collectors, but I don't know if it's been as much. And then we got some random things that I got at that flea market for just like a couple cents or whatever. There's like a Felix the Cat, kind of a, not sure esque again, so it's like an 8-ball, magic 8-ball. Put that by Felix the Cat too. Probably were from the same set when they were doing some resurgence of Felix the Cat. Here is, what's that one from? Is it the Dracula? No. I don't know which one that is. 96. So that would be the second set of the Halloween McNuggets. So I don't remember which one this is, like the harder plastic. I'll have to figure that out. Somebody probably knows. Maybe it's the spider? Speaking of Halloween McDonald's, I got this guy, which is, it's got a witch head. It's one of those little candy holders they made in 98. So it's kind of like past the time I was having Happy Meals, I guess. And it's the, I think it's the I Am Hungry guy. So there's that. I don't know if those are very collectible. I got these random discs for like 50 cents. It's Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. Looks pretty scratched up. Ooh, that's terrible actually. I didn't know it was that bad. PlayStation. And then Need for Speed Pro Street for $3.60 it looks like. And they're both a little scratched. They're like 50 cents or something, so oh well. And then, let's see, they set me up with a little bag of the Crazy Bones. I don't know, these might have some value. I think there are Crazy Bones collectors. I haven't really looked into it too much. I have a few here and there. I think I'll have to put them on eBay eventually. There's no sentimental value to me. I didn't really do anything with Crazy Bones as a kid. I grabbed this, I guess I don't know why. It pops apart, so I guess it's like a mix and match kind of thing. These almost look like maybe the mummy's feet. It is a Burger King toy of like a mix and match monster. And it seems like, I don't know, these things have just been getting popular, like any kind of Halloween and monster stuff from back in the day, even if they're like kind of the cutesy monsters. So I grabbed some of those. And then this flea market I went to, they were closing up so early that a lot of vendors were already wrapping up. A lot of them said they had Ninja Turtles toys, but then they sold them all or something, so I wonder who got good deals on those. But I did find some Mighty Max containers. I don't think they have anything in them. The lady couldn't find. She was selling her son's old toys, which, man, maybe he's not happy about that, I don't know. But I got these for like, the big ones were $5 each, and then these two little ones were like 2 for $5. So I thought that was okay. I had a few Mighty Max when I was little. I don't even know if any of these, this one's a McDonald's one. I'm glad I didn't pay too much for this, I guess. It's got goop on it too. I don't know what that is. Something purple. And then we got, it's a legit Bluebird one, 1992. So they're not gonna have the little pieces in them, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, not much. I mean, it's got like its guns and stuff, but not like the little characters. So I guess they probably don't have a lot of value. They're just the empty shells. And I got some Alpha Flights that I needed for $1. There's an Iron Man. So, a few random things. Nothing I'm crazy about. Like, I don't feel like I found any kind of grail. This guy on the way out just gave me this for $1. It was there's a wrestling game, 25th anniversary of WWF WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge. So hopefully it works. I don't know. For $1, I guess we'll try it out. And that's about it. So I don't know if there's anything super exciting in there for me, but let me know if anybody sees anything cool in there.